It's time to go.
Oh, my God.
Barbara Dawson was struggling to breathe when an officer from the Blountstown Police Department entered her hospital room.
You can either walk out of here peacefully,
Oh, my God.
or I can take you out of here.
When she refused to leave, Officer John Tadlock tried removing her oxygen mask.
You can't take that off.
I can.
No, you can't.
Dawson was admitted to Calhoun Liberty Hospital some 7 hours earlier for stomach pains and shortness of breath.
Help me back, ma'am, please.
I can't
Put your
breathe.
hand behind your back.
I can't breathe.
You seem to be breathing okay right
No,
now.
I can't. Please.
Please put your hand behind
I
your back.
beg you.
The 57-year-old told police and medical staff more than 10 times that she couldn't breathe, begging and pleading to stay at the hospital for treatment.
Help me. I can't breathe. Help me, please.
Dawson was arrested for trespassing and disorderly conduct before being escorted out of the hospital. She collapsed just feet from the police car.
When it stops falling down like this and laying down, that's not going to stop you from going to jail.
Dawson would remain on the ground for approximately 20 minutes, surrounded by first responders who offered no assistance.
But you are going to go to jail, one way or the other. Okay?
Officer Tadlock and hospital workers tried and failed to move Dawson into the car, accusing the unconscious woman of being non-compliant.
Dawson, I'd really like for you to get in my car, okay? Caused a lot of us a lot of headache, a lot of aggravation.
Minutes later, a doctor instructed for Dawson to be readmitted to the hospital, where she died approximately 90 minutes later. A medical examiner determined that Barbara Dawson died from a blood clot in her lung. Meanwhile, hospital officials told police that the 57-year-old was okay and cleared for release. Dawson's relatives are considering a lawsuit against the hospital and Blountstown Police Department.
And when people yell, please and help me, you go and try to help and give them the assistance they need. And the hospital failed and the police department failed in doing that for her.
It goes back to something that we've seen in other cases in the country where when it comes to certain people, police officers tend to be far more focused on putting you in jail. I mean, it's just a overwhelming theme that we see in situations. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to put you in jail. When you would hope that law enforcement officers would value preservation of life even over putting a person in jail. But that's not what we have when it comes to certain people, and certainly what we saw in what happened to Barbara Dawson.
Calhoun Liberty Hospital said they continue to grieve the loss of a patient and, quote, we are setting up a medical and community task force to review best practices and better communication, unquote. 2 state Florida agencies have launched investigations into Barbara Dawson's death. Meanwhile, friends and family say they will remember her life for the generosity, guidance, and love she provided to her Florida community.
She would do anything for anyone. Not just the family, but for anyone.
Marina, Portnaya, RT, Florida.